Do you want the best online business funding opportunities? Well, I'm about to decode 5 of my favorite ways for you to easily get funding online for your business. During this training, I'm going to get you access to funding that you probably think you can't even qualify for, even as a startup business, even as a high-risk business, even if you can't get any other kind of financing. I'm going to talk about options for you. We're going to talk about how to get the most money at the best terms, and if you stick around to the end, I'm going to get you access to my funding vault that actually goes over 27 killer ways to get money to grow your business. We got a lot to cover, so let's dive in. So when it comes to online funding opportunities, this is some of the easiest money to be able to get. As a matter of fact, in the old days, we used to actually go to our bank if we needed business loans or credit lines. But nowadays, 90% of business funding comes from online lenders, or what are known as alternative or fintech lenders. So what are the best top 5 ways to get money for your business? So let's decode them. One of my first, and we'll start with number 5, is business credit. Now, what I love about business credit is that anybody can get it. You can get it as a startup business, as a high-risk business. You don't need any kind of assets that serve up as collateral. You actually don't even need any cash flow your business, or it's not based on your personal credit. Anybody can qualify for business credit as long as you have a business. And you can easily get business credit if you follow the steps. As a matter of fact, at the end of this training, I'm going to get you access to my step-by-step guide that will actually give you everything you need to successfully build your business credit. So by building your business credit, you can get money when you can't get any other kind of financing, and you can start to get high limit credit cards very quickly. 30, 60 days into the process, you can start to get 20, 10, $30,000 credit limit accounts, not based on personal credit, cash flow, or collateral. Pretty cool, right? It's exactly why I made the list at number 5. You got to look into business credit. It also makes it easier for you to qualify for any other kind of financing. Now, number 4 on my list are merchant cash advances and cash flow financing. It's really 2 different products. Merchant cash advances are where lenders are looking at your 6 months of your bank account statements. They look at 6 months worth of your merchant account statements where you process Visa, MasterCard, American Express, Discover, basically process credit cards. And then you can get lent as much as 15 to 30% of whatever you're actually processing annually. So this is very fast, easy money, which is why I love it. Your personal credit really doesn't matter. You can get approved with a lot of lenders with a 500 credit score. Some have no credit requirements whatsoever. You're able to get approved if you have just 6 months worth of money going through your bank accounts, and you don't need any kind of collateral. It's unsecured financing. It's fast, easy money. This is money you could typically get in less than 72 hours, and cash flow financing will look at all the money that goes into your bank account, where merchant cash advances are easier to get, but just look at what you process with credit cards. No matter which option you choose, fast, easy money definitely makes number 4 on my list. You gotta love it. Now, number 3 on my list, we're actually going to talk about Fundbox credit line. I love Fundbox. As a matter of fact, when it comes to credit lines, Fundbox is one of my absolute favorites because it's one of the easiest to get. So it's based on you managing your bank account responsibly and having cash flow go through your business. And if you do this, and there's a good chance you can get approved, typically you'll get approved for less than $10,000. If you supply tax returns, they'll bump that up. And as you use that and go back to them 3 to 6 months later and ask them for an increase, oftentimes they'll increase your line upwards of $100,000 or $150,000. Plus, you could pay 0.5% interest on every week the money's outstanding. So if you're borrowing the money on the credit line for short-term use, it can be really, really cheap money. You can get approved for this credit line at creditsuite.com/Fundbox. Now, number 2 on my list is the biggest class of funding that exists today, and it's called asset-based lending. Now, asset-based lending gives you the lowest interest rates you're going to get, 5% or less on most kind of asset-based programs, and you don't need to have any cash flow. You can get it as a startup, and you don't need to have any kind of good credit. As a matter of fact, credit's not even a factor with a lot of different types of this kind of funding. So what can serve up as an asset that you could use for collateral? Well, just about anything. So stocks, bonds, 401ks, IRAs, maybe it's equipment, inventory, residential real estate, commercial real estate, vehicles. An asset that has some kind of value can typically qualify for some kind of asset-based program. Low interest rate, not based on credit, get it as a startup. You gotta love that, which is why it's number 2 on my list. Now, number one on my list is Credit Line Hybrid, and I love this program because I've seen it get more people approved than any other kind of funding, and it will get you the most money at the best terms. So with Credit Line Hybrid, you're able to get up to upwards of $150,000 in credit line, no doc. You don't need to supply bank statements, P&Ls, tax returns, any kind of documentation. You can get approved as a startup. You can get approved as a high-risk industry. You can get approved for 0% on a lot of these credit lines, upwards of 6 to 18 months, so it keeps your payments really low. You could pull the cash out of these credit lines, perfect for industries like real estate investing, where you could pull the cash out at 0% to buy your properties to actually flip. All you need to be able to get approved is good personal credit. Here's the great news. Even if you don't have good personal credit of 680, 700 FICO score or better, then you can use somebody else as a guarantor to actually help you qualify. As a matter of fact, half of the people that we get funded on this program don't have good credit. They're using a family member, a friend, a potential investor, somebody else's credit as actual guarantee or guarantor to be able to qualify for funding. So you love Credit Line Hybrid. I mean, 0% funding, no doc, get it as a startup, and when you can't get a lot of other kind of funding, you gotta love that, which is why it's number one on my list. So do you want to get approved for the maximum funding for your business? Well, grab our free guide on 27 killer ways to get money to grow your business at creditsuite.com/27 ways. And don't forget to grab our step-by-step business credit building guide that's been downloaded over 1 million times now. You can grab that at creditsuite.com/EIN. If you want to know all the money you can get right now, give us a call for a free consultation. We'll do a funding assessment, tell you all the loans and credit lines you can get right now. A lot of people think they can get nothing, and then on one call quickly realize there's 2, 3, 4, even 5 programs they can get. So to know what you can get approved for, give us a call for a free consultation at 877-600-2487. And if you got value from this training, make sure you like and subscribe and look out for our next one, where we talk about more cool ways to get the money you need to start and grow your business.